It's Gully TV. What's up?
No cap. When you came with the vibes, you know what I'm saying? Cool, no cap, man.
Smoking the real.
What city y'all from?
Everybody paid, no cap, man.
I know we did. We is smoking the real.
VIDs, man. That's what 50 look like, man. VIDs.
Come on, man. Pointers. No cap. Hey, tap in with my dog, bro.
Peep game, you know what it is. It's SKYCOO Skazoo, live out the borough. And you are now watching Gully TV. You know how they getting it in, man, one time.
Boy, Joel Ortiz, and I want y'all to keep it locked right here because y'all watching the real Gully TV. It's official. This ain't no phony business right here. This is Gully TV. You keep it right here. Yawa.
This past weekend, I had the pleasure of doing Smoke a Lot Radio. That's YUKMOUTH'S podcast out there on the West Coast. His podcast is in the same building and directed by the same production company, Smooth Productions, the same production company that puts out Gangsta Chronicles. While there, none other than the East Bay gangster himself shows up, Spice One. At this point, this encounter is probably one of the most precious moments that I done had in my career. I'm a huge Spice One fan. I grew up on Spice One. I went through Juvenile, all of that. I told him when I met him, I said, man, we used to be writing your lyrics on the wall in the Juvenile home and beating on them, you know what I mean, beating on tables, rapping your shit. In my era, after Big Daddy Kane and Biz and maybe a couple of other people, Slick Rick, EPMD, they seem to have reached like a peak almost in the late 80s. And after that, they were so big and so hot, they kind of like, some of them kind of like drifted off a little bit. During this period, the West Coast, who appeared to us on the East Coast, me anyway, it appeared to me that they were all together. A lot of music started coming out of the West Coast. Too Short, E40, just, I can't name one, Amp Banks. It's just a, you know, it's cluttered right now. It's been a long time. And Spice One, around 92, this was so big, man. This is so big right here. In this interview that I ended up conducting with him, I only asked him about 3 or 4 questions because he was there to do YUKMOUTH show, so I didn't, you know, really go in depth with him, but I got a chance to get a few minutes with Spice One on Gully TV. In my era, Spice One, his music reflected, I don't know, gang culture on the West Coast, and he painted it really, really vivid from the perspective of a young teenager who's like going off into the drug game, selling his first rocks, and, you know, having encounters with dope fiends and shit like that. Puberty music. This is like a puberty CD right here. He probably was at that point in his life too, teenager or something like that. But anyway, Spice One will always be recognized as probably one of the top 3 or 5 MCs from the West Coast of all time. He's definitely in my top 3. Spice One is so big and legendary. During the course of doing my Haitian Jack Speaks documentary, I ended up finding out that when Tupac hopped in Haitian Jack's, I think it was 740, he played this. Haitian Jack, he's an island guy. He's not even too much fond of hip hop music like that at the time. And he's playing this album right here, Spice One's debut album. After this, he continued to put out crazy CDs, Murder That He Wrote and American Nightmare. These CDs also featured records with Tupac. He has a legendary song with Tupac called Jealous Got Me Strapped. During the course of my conversation with Spice, he explained to me that the CDs of Pac's that he wasn't on, he like anything that Pac, you know, those projects that Pac put out, if I wasn't on them, he said I was in jail and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they were like this, him and Pac musically, they were like this. And you know if Tupac is putting out an album, he would definitely bring one of his, you know, hired guns and shit like that. And vice versa, I believe Spice One utilized Tupac as a hired gun as well. He's one of my favorite artists. This is like a legendary moment for Gully TV. Shit. As far as an encounter with a rap star from the West Coast, Spice One, MC8, Ice Cube, and shit like that, that's like the creme de la creme. You know what I mean? There's others, E40, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. I was so happy to be able to take a picture with him and spend a few moments with him. And we did a show together, and just one of the big moments in my career, man. Shout out to Spice. He got a new album out. Make sure y'all support that. Follow me on Instagram.
Tell me about this new album you just dropped, my man.
The new album is an EP. It's called Night Rider. We got a lot of the songs out right now, circulating through YouTube and through all of the streaming networks. You know, everywhere, iTunes, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? The video, Black Lambo, is out right now, streaming on YouTube and Vivo. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start big promotion on it next month in July or whatever. So man, y'all stay tuned. The album's called Black Lambo, not Black Lambo. The album's called Night Rider.
Right.
The single was Black Lambo.
The video
was called Black Lambo. Right. Check that shit out. It's out now. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them where your YouTube platform is.
The YouTube platform is Vivo. Just pull up Spice One Vivo.
Right.
And all of that shit will pop up. You know what I'm saying? Especially Black Lambo. That should pop up first. You know what I'm saying? So y'all fuck with that. Hit me up on my IG, the Real Spice One. Spell out one. So it's at the Real Spice One.
Spice, what did you develop your skill set at? You's a rapping ass nigga.
Hey man,
my nigga, like
I just studied this shit like Bruce Lee studied Kung Fu. You know what I'm saying? You gotta master your craft. That's gonna give you longevity in this game, because once you master your craft, then you can just, you know, you can do your thing. You can be flexible. You can switch your styles up and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta get it down.
Last question. Tell me what it was like making Murder Show with MC8.
Fun, man. There's a lot of fun. There's all some G shit. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't feel it was nothing on the line, being that you was getting on the track with a veteran, show enough gun MC. You didn't approach it like that. You was writing like, man, I got to bring the motherfucking records.
Yeah, hell yeah. I did, you know what I'm saying? Because it's 8, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, nigga, this shit gotta be gangster, you know what I'm saying? They gotta
and you set it off.
You know what I'm saying?
You set it off.
Yeah, we had fun.
You see, I'm nothing but a Mac 10 shooter.
Yeah. You had to have it. You had an attitude like you was fresh off the block, and I was. So, you know, I just started talking like I was fresh off the block, making this shit rhyme.
No doubt. Spice, I appreciate you. Let me get a drop for Gully TV. I want you to end my shit with blah. You know.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Gully TV. It's Spice One, Boss Lenny Fetty, Chico Shiz Milton. Blah.
My man.
Baby, I ain't scared of none of you motherfuckers. I'm busting like Katie with OG, like Vince Carter. Niggas still on the court. Forever 21 at age 20, Hill on a Porsche. They used to tell me when I was about 16, I was on the block about to serve about 6 fiends. Plotting $1 million dreams, equipped with the infrared and equipped with the triple beam. I was puffing Gorilla Glue, talking about big things, smoking blunt after blunt. Me and my motherfucking kings, nigga. Always wanted to be the bitch, nigga, senseless. Knock a nigga out for my dollars and my cents. It's the motherfucking